This year was my second year getting to experience CIY Move, and for me to say it was an amazing experience would still be an understatement. Because this was my second year, I was given the chance to see new members of AMP experience the impact God can have on us through CIY, not only as individuals, but also as a group.
While there's still a heartbeat in my chest, I'll lift my head in high protest. Show the world I'm moving forward, I'll be here for a while. Oh, I'll be here for a while.
The theme was that us as Christians are kingdom workers, and kingdom workers are rescued, loved, united, and sent.
So I can walk free through it all, you're never changing. Your reckless love lavished on us, purchased by blood.
Let me ask you a question. What if Jesus had stayed in the upper room and never decided to come down and teach? I can promise you things would be much different right now. Jesus left us with one mission, and that was to do his kingdom work. I have been called to do just that. The final night of Move was themed, Kingdom Workers Are Sent. In order to be sent out to do his kingdom work, we need to put on the armor of God. But the armor will not fit until we strip ourselves from our selfishness and pride.
Time for us to look around. The enemy is gaining ground. Live our call and share with all his love extravagant. Oh, his love extravagant. Go tell the lonely and condemned, our prodigal God longs for them to shine his face and show us grace, create us new again.
People like to say that what happens in insert desired city name here stays in insert desired city name here. But that's not the case for CIY Move. The whole point is to take what you experience and apply it to your everyday life. What impacted me the most would have to be our small group time. It was so cool to see everybody grow in their faith and become more comfortable with each other as a group.
Lavished on us, purchased by blood. It's more than enough, and all our shame, our guilty stains cannot outrun.
So that first night, that was a pivotal moment for me, and I mean, the entire week was an incredible experience. And I think an amazing thing about our group sessions is when we get to listen to other people's stories.
One of my favorite memories from the week was on the last day when we were asked to write letters to another AMP member, sending them off to be God's kingdom workers and letting them know that they had our full support. This really brought our group together, and to be honest, a lot of tears were shed. But that night prepared everyone for the struggles we would face when we left the seclusion we had in Indiana.
Since CIY, my life has changed for the better. I have let that old, ugly self of mine go and transformed into the person Christ wants me to be, a kingdom.
That God brought you here and that he was going to protect you. But when they started playing that song, it was just like if you want to be closer to God, you've got to stop standing in the way of it yourself.
Having God's armor on automatically puts us on the winning team. If kingdom work wasn't hard, we wouldn't need the armor in the first place.
It's just a nice reminder for me that I'm not the only teenager that's trying to go through high school while still acting Christ-like.
Then you could be one step ahead of all the painful memories.
we all are fighting battles, and we all need to draw closer to God when we're doing that. And it was an absolutely incredible week to do that. So.
Dear younger me, I cannot decide.
And I cannot thank the adults and the rest of the group that went for forever changing my life. So thank you guys, and I love you guys.
The choices that you make, 'cause they're the choices that made me. And even though I love this crazy life,
Jesus called us to do kingdom work.
sometimes I wish it was a smoother ride. Dear younger me.
Many of us like to call AMP our family away from home, and this could not hold more true than it did after our week in Indiana. So many people got the courage to open up and share details about their lives that they used to be too afraid to admit. People who were always afraid to talk, including myself, were able to contribute to the conversations and lift each other up through Christ.
What I know now, condemnation would have had no power. My joy, my pain.
The trip was filled with a lot of laughs, tears, sleep-deprived ramblings, but most of all growth, individual and as a group. So, no, what happens at CIY does not stay at CIY. It goes with you every day of your life.
It's not your fault. You'll never miss.
CIY may have been just a one-week trip, but it continues to impact me every single day, and I believe it will for a very long time. I cannot wait to get out and share His Word and meet God's kingdom worker.
We're all searching for that same thing. You know, it's different stories, and it's different families, and it's different situations, but we're all just in need of God's love and His mercy, and I think those evening sessions especially just made me so much more thankful for getting to go on this trip.
God has called me to kingdom work, and I don't want to sit in the upper room keeping the good news to myself. I'm ready to be sent into this world and be a kingdom worker.